Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about tax return. We are in the tax season, and every trader, every investor, we have to file our taxes, and people are having some issue with that. So I want to give you some tip about how to file your taxes. So tax return 2018, the best way for traders and investors to file their taxes. And I have a short disclaimer. I'm not a CPA, neither a tax a tax lawyer. This is for informational purpose. This is from my personal experiences and practices as a trader using TurboTax. I do not have any affiliation with TurboTax. This section will cover how to easily import your 1099, which include your trading activity through the year. You will have to do this because you got a 1099 from your broker. So the main reason is this is just for educational purpose, okay? So we have to file our taxes, and it's tax season. As I said already, you need to put all the information that you have in. You got all the transaction you have done, all those stuff you have to put it, include them in your tax return, because your broker has already sent those information to the IRS, and the IRS is waiting for you as well to file your taxes. So it is a tough time for traders and brokers. The reason is we have a lot of things going on. Tax return 2018, traders and investors, we receive 1099. So the main thing, the basic thing that we are going to talk about is a transaction. We all know a transaction is every single buy or sell you made in your brokerage account. I'm sorry. Every transaction is a single buy, sell you made in your brokerage account every year. For instance, I bought 100 share of Apple at 177. That is one transaction. The next day I sell 50 share at 180. That is another transaction. I sell the remaining 50, it will count as a transaction. I had three transactions in 2 days. Imagine the number of transactions a trader can have in a year. It means that traders, mostly investors, they have few transactions. They have less than 500 transactions. Traders have typically the problem of reporting all those transactions to the IRS, but they have to do it. As a trader, me myself, I have to report all my transactions with my brokers to the IRS, right? So it is tiring to enter them manually. You can enter one. Imagine, you have done like 2,000, 5,000 trade transaction. I'm not talking about trade transaction. You have to enter them all. So it is something tiring. So I will show you the best way to import your 1099. CPA charge big fees because they have to go through a lot of work. So your CPA will charge you a lot because he gonna be importing those information one at a time is a lot of work. So it's still about taxes. We are still talking about taxes, okay? So let's get into it. So importing your 1099 with TurboTax. TurboTax, by the way, I'm using it. I don't have any affiliation with them. This is the easiest way and cheapest procedure if you have over than 500 transactions per broker. Let's say I have a lot of broker. I have TD Ameritrade, I have E-Trade, I have Tradestation, I have Webull, Robinhood, all those brokers. I have trade with them, and each of them I have a transaction. I have a total transaction that is over 500 transaction. I can use some type of software. I have to use TurboTax Premier CD or download, which costs $9.99. Once you use that, it is easy for you to import all each of your transaction, total transaction that is over 500 transaction. You can do that, but you have to use the TurboTax Premier if you have sold stock. TurboTax Premier or download at $9.99. That is the first thing. And the second thing, it is always about taxes. I mean, the second thing is important your 1099 with TurboTax, but this time we have less than 500 transactions per broker. I have many broker. I have multiple broker, but the transaction that I have with them is less than 500, right? That is a little bit easier because I can use TurboTax Online Premier. That is 59.99. It is really simple because your transaction is less than 500 transactions. The main reason here is because if you have over 500 transactions, TurboTax, excuse me, TurboTax will not allow you to import them in the online Premiere because it's too heavy, it's too condensed. You have to use the CD or the download version, which is for desktops. Okay, so let's go and look into it, what it is really. So this is the TurboTax that I'm talking about. When we go to the price, to the product and pricing, you hit the online. The online is right here. The only thing that I know about you as a trader or investor, you have sold stock. That's the only thing I know about you right now. I don't know if you have children or not, if you have some school stuff. So TurboTax will recommend the Premier. That's for the online. That's the 59.99. You can import all your trading activity transaction less than 500 transaction from each broker. I just want to make that clear. So the second one, you go to the product, it's a CD and download. You hit the CD download. The only thing I know about it is you have sold stock. Once you have sold stock, so TurboTax still recommend the Premier, but now it is on CD or it is download product right for you. So you will get it at 99.99. From that standpoint, you can import or you can transfer all your transactions which are over 500 transaction. Let's say I have 2,000 transactions. I couldn't use the online, so I have to use the TurboTax CD or download. Okay, let's continue and see what we have. So once you have your account set up, everything is set up, you want to start your tax return, you will go right here in the wages and income. You have your W-2s if you have work. I do have TurboTax for a little while, so I have it for a little while. So that's why I have 2017 and going 2018. So you have your refund, all those stuff. I blurred them because I don't want you to see some of my information. So once you have that, okay, TurboTax will ask you, did you get a 1099? A 1099 from your broker? State yeah, from a broker, or do you have a statement from your broker? You will hit the yes. Once you hit the yes, it will take you next to this. But I have done mine. That's why you have seen my screen this way, because I input some of my information already. But now you will hit the done, or if you want to add more cells, let's go and see what next. Let's go and look into it really. I will show you some stuff right now. Here is in TurboTax. This is what I'm talking about. Once you hit the income, it will take you down here. Let's say I have I have used okay, Fidelity. So once I hit Fidelity with investment username with the password, so you will get back into that. You see, so that's how you do it. Now let's say I have used TD Ameritrade. TD Ameritrade has an account number. You you have to enter your account number and yeah, the document ID as well. Let's say I have used a Robinhood. Once I hit Robinhood, Robinhood, I will I will get these two Robinhood, the Robinhood Apex and the Robinhood Security. The reason is Robinhood has switched while they were in 2018. They got their own security clearance, so they switch from Apex to Robinhood Security. So you will hit it. Anytime you hit it, it will ask you the account number and it will ask you your social security number or the tax ID. Okay, the same thing is applied to Robinhood. Yeah, okay, the Robinhood security does have a 9-digit account number that you will enter and you will be fine. Once you have done that, you will import, you will transfer all your information. It is easier. This will allow you not to pay a lot in taxes, because if your personal CPA want to do it for you, he or she might charge you a lot, because it might be a lot of work if you have a lot of transaction to import. For instance, a guy like me, I have almost 2,000 transactions that I have to import from one broker. You know what I'm saying? So I have two brokers that way. So I can use it, I mean the online version, but I have to use the CD. I hope you have understand this. And if you have any question, please just send me a comment and I will answer you. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.